Hello my friends, I hope you're doing well. For today's song, we're going to be playing Amazing Grace. We're going to start off with simple 3-note chords, and then we'll build on from there. Okay, so here is the chord sheet for Amazing Grace. The chord sheet has the lyrics of the song, and then above the lyrics we have these capital letters that tell us which chords to play and when. Alright, so what chord do we need first? We need the G chord. The G chord is going to look like this on the piano. Alright, the next chord is G7. For this simple 3-note chord version, we can simply ignore the 7 and play what's remaining, which is G. Great, I'll tell you that the 7 note is this one right here, and it's going to be easier when we split into 2 hands playing a 4-note chord version. But for now, with a 3-note chord version, you can either ignore it or add it with your pinky. Like that would be the G7. By the way, if you're interested in 7th chords and knowing how to build them, you can check out my video on that. Otherwise, back to the song. Okay, so we start with G. G, then G again, then C, back to G. And that C you can play up here, or you can play down here, whichever is easiest or sounds better for you. And then the second line is going to be G, E minor, D. And that's going to look like this. G, E minor, then D. Right, you might notice that that last chord, the D, is the only chord that has a different shape. The G, the E minor, all have 3 white keys separated by 1 white key in between. If we play the same shape for the D, that will give us D minor. So we don't want that, we want D major. We're going to change this minor third to a major third, and that gives us D major. That D is the last chord of the song. Those are all the chords to Amazing Grace. So what I'd like to do now is play through the song. We'll start off simply with 3-note chords, and then with each new verse I'll add more notes, and then with each new refrain I'll change the way that I'm playing those notes. So in the end you'll see a whole bunch of different ways that you can play this exact same song with these exact same chords. So we'll start off with a slow tempo and maybe pick it up a little by the end. So we're going to start with G. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. And then D again. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. And then G again. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, we have already come. 'Twas grace hath brought us safe thus far, and grace will lead us home. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. One more time, the last line. Was blind, but now I see. Alright, there's Amazing Grace in simple 3-note chords, and then 4-note chords, and then 6-note chords. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. Good luck with it, have fun with it, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. By the way, the pattern that I was playing with that 4-note chord version was playing both hands, then left, then right. So if we take the G by itself, we'll play both left, right, both left, right, both left, right. Amazing grace, how sweet. G left, right, G left, right, G7 left, right, C left, right. By the way, when we play the 4-note chord version of the D, we're going to be playing this black key here, this F sharp, with our thumb. So playing this A here, we're going to play it up on the white key up here, and so together it'll look and sound like this.